Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books, and I may have some lunch in front of me. And a cup of tea. Wouldn't be a Deb's video without a cup of tea. Anyway, welcome back to sequel, series, Sunday. I still think I should call it series Sunday, not sequel, but anyway. The world that just got really dark suddenly. Anyway, so today's book, we're in this exceptional Sophia Beaufont series, which is also known as The Uncommon Rider, and it's book number 17, and this one is called The New Generation. So that's a close-up on that front cover for you. That's on Amazon, and I've been reading these books on my Kindle. Me and my dad have a shared account so that we can buy books and we can share them with each other, and this is one where my dad originally found it and was just like, have you started reading these yet? I was just like, huh? And he was just like, they're good, go read them. And then I did, and now I've become addicted. This very much follows on from the last book. So I'm just going to get straight in with that blurb, because, yeah, just make sure you're up to date on the Nevin Gooseman as the antagonist, because he's still there. He's still there. Someone is very, very angry at the Dragon Elite, and he's going to try and make them pay with their lives. Nevin Gooseman has lost everything: his career as a politician, his Magitech army, and his reputation. Those who have nothing else to lose are incredibly dangerous. The Dragon Elite have had their fair share of enemies, but no one like this. Nevin Gooseman isn't going to rest until he's destroyed every single dragon and their riders. It will be a race to protect the demon dragons before it's too late. The Dragon Elite might have just won a battle, but in doing so, they started a war. Can Sophia Beaufont lead the Dragon Elite to victory? As you can hear, they have truly pissed off Nevin Gooseman, the politician who has now lost everything after the events of the last book. And so, as it says, he's got nothing else to lose, so now he's just hell-bent on taking them out. But the thing is, in this book, they are aware that somebody is messing with them, but they haven't made the connection to Nevin yet. You get little interjections from Nevin throughout the book, so that we know what his next move is. But the elites, at the end of this book, still aren't aware that Nevin is behind the war that is brewing. They know that there's some kind of battle coming up, but they don't know who's behind it or what to expect. All they know is that they were told that they need better armour. Sophia went to Royal Lane, went to the magical, it's not seamstress, seamster? Basically there is a clothing shop on Royal Lane where clothes are made, and there's materials that are very, very strong but don't look it. It's like in the last book, a hiker had Sophia go and get a dress made for Ainsley as a goodbye present, which is an armoured gown. So it looks like a gown of silk, but it's actually incredibly strong and will protect Ainsley in the future if she gets into any battles or wars. So it's like hidden armour, and it is run by a spider called Jeremy Beremy. Good Place fans will know where that's from. There is a reference in the author notes to the fact that the author got that from The Good Place. Yeah, I just think it's brilliant how Sarah Nofke and Michael Andel put so many references to like modern day things throughout, whether that's in regards to like when Zac Efron made an appearance in the first 12 books. In fact, it was like book 11, book 12 where they brought in Zac Efron, which was just brilliant. Yeah, it's like a proper modern day fantasy series with swords and fighting in Scotland. But yeah, in the last book, we said goodbye to Ainsley, and now we have Trin in charge of the household, in charge of the castle. So Trin is the new housekeeper, and Trin is still trying to figure out how to work with the castle and work with Quiet, and we're starting to get little like secrets about what Ainsley was doing, like in regards to like how things were prepared in the kitchen. It's just more like the fact that Ainsley and the castle had a kind of a weird agreement thing happening. And it's to the point where there's like, it can look like the food is ready in the kitchen, but it's not ready until the castle says it's ready. And there is a moment at the beginning of the book where they're just like, where's this food? Hiker goes in trying to get the food, and just like it looks like it's all prepared, but Trin is waiting for a timer to go off to say that the food is ready, which is something from the castle. So it's very interesting getting all these little tidbits about how the housekeeper and the castle work together or not, because in this case Trin hasn't completely fallen into that role yet. She's still learning. She's gotten like the basics from Ainsley before Ainsley left, but Trin is still learning and figuring out how the castle works and how to do her job within the castle without Ainsley around to help her anymore. It just, seeing that side of it is kind of fascinating, and it feels like we're getting more and more information about how the castle works independently from Quiet. It's interesting to think about the fact that obviously Quiet and the castle are essentially one, but at the same time they're not. But yeah, so Nevin is just truly well pissed off at this point. Yeah, well and truly pissed off is Nevin at the moment, and got nothing to lose, and so he is doing everything that he can possibly think of to take down the elite without the elite actually realising who is behind it, because they know they pissed off Nevin, but they don't realise he has the power to continue to disrupt them and mess with them even when he's completely by himself, because he's lost everything. He's lost everything. Yeah, I just love these books. They're just so funny, and I'm trying to think more and more about like who I would want people to be played by, like in film or TV version. I'm still on the thing that this would be a TV series, it wouldn't be a film, and the fact that there's 24 books lends itself more to it being a television series, because I think of each book as like 1 or 2 episodes. So out of these 24 books, you could probably get about 2 seasons, maybe 3 seasons at a stretch, because of how things kind of like build up. Because it does feel like a lot happens in one book, but at the same time they're very short chapters. Like the last one, it was like, I think I've gotten to the point where it was like an average book is around like 74, 75 chapters, but as the action builds up, the chapters get shorter and shorter as the point of view changes, especially in the battles when you're starting to hear from everybody. Because that's what I love, it's just that when it comes to like the big battle, like towards the end of the book, especially this one, where they're all working together, you have like 1, maybe 2 pages per person as you see each person's point of view in the battle. So you've got Sophia's point of view, you've got Macca's and Wilder's and Evans, you're hearing from all 4 points of view in that battle, which I love the fact that we can get more information about the others, because I'm still feeling like Macca needs his moment. Obviously he has had little moments throughout the series, but I feel like we need something where it's just like a lot more centralised on Macca, because we've gotten more about Wilder and Evan. I feel like Macca is the one that we probably know the least amount at this point, though we did get a bit more insight into Macca when we looked at their weaknesses in previous books. I just love how in the big battle scenes you can see them properly working as a team together and working on each other's strengths and weaknesses like that, and knowing that when they find out that one of the beasts that Nevin has created for them to battle, which they don't know Nevin's behind it, but Lunis, Sophia's dragon, knows that one of this beast's weak point is on its underbelly, and it's in the ocean where they're having this battle. And so they're just like, well, Evan and his dragon have a strength underwater, so we're gonna let them take that problem because that is a strength for them. So yeah, so they send them down to do that part because it leads into Evan and his dragon's strengths. But yeah, this is book 17 of 24, so it feels like there is going to be another like threat to cover this series, because at the end of the book you find out that what the elite have gone through was like phase 1 of Nevin's war against the elite, now that he's completely lost everything. And so at the end of the book, they've been through this thing where they've had 2 monsters that they've had to take down. Nevin was watching it all from a Magitech plane, which has been disguised, so they didn't know he was there. And you get that point of view a couple of chapters before the end of the book of Nevin going, okay, so they took out my monsters, which I did see coming but at the same time didn't. but at this point they're weak and injured, and they won't be seeing what's coming next. But the thing is, though, they know about us coming up. They have been foretold a massive war brewing, which they're just like, we'll handle it when we handle it. Like, we don't need to know the details, because at this point we know that Jeremy Bearimy, the spider in Roy Lane, is making us new armour to prepare so that we are ready for that. They just don't know who's going to be behind it, which, as a reader, we know it's Nevin. We know that Nevin is brewing a bigger attack on the elite, which will feed into the next book, because the next book is Adjust or Die or something, or Adjust or Be Eliminated. That's book number 18, which I'll be starting next. I'm loving it, I'm loving it, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it, I'm loving it like that. So we've got Nevin Gooseman just completely trying to take them out now that he's got nothing left to lose. We have Trin adapting more and more to being in charge as a housekeeper and figuring all that out. The elite in general just getting closer and closer together as they prepare for this almighty showdown with a nemesis who they're not completely sure who it is at the moment, but I feel like they should. Because, I mean, I said at the end of the book, at the end of the last one, that it was obviously just extremely pissed off Nevin, but he wasn't completely eliminated, so I knew he wasn't gone. So, yeah, I feel like that's where book 18 will be going, is into Nevin's ultimate showdown of trying to eliminate them all. I can't see Nevin going beyond maybe the next 1-2 books, so I have a feeling that they're going to take him down in the next book, and then in the process get a new enemy. That seems to be the way these books go, but that's how I'm anticipating it. Yeah, the new generation. The new generation is kind of referring to I think they've got the new generation of dragons, because they're still trying to sort out the issues with the evil dragons and trying to find them and protect because they're trying to protect the public from the evil dragons, but then they're also trying to protect the evil dragons from the public, because they know that those two sides are never going to get along. I can imagine Sophia being played by somebody a bit Jennifer Lawrence-y. I think at this point, Jennifer Lawrence, being pretty much the same age as me, she's in her 30s now, she's probably a bit too old to play a 16-year-old. Sorry, Jennifer, love you, but I feel like we need fresh blood in for this. I get elements of, like, Katniss and stuff from Sophia in these books, so something kind of going down that route. But I think, like, a newcomer. I'm really trying to think about, like, who would play Hiker. Like, this Scottish man who is just angry with the world and who refuses. Hiker is very stubborn. I mean, he's getting better. He's getting better, but Hiker is a very stubborn man. And I'm still trying to figure out who I want to play Hiker. The only one I've got firmly in my mind is Kathy Bates as Mama Jamba. I love Mama Jamba so much, because she's just, when you think of, like, Mother Nature, Mama Jamba is, like, almost the complete opposite of what you'd expect Mother Nature to be, because it's like in the mornings when she's like, where are my pancakes? And she does lots of lying about and sleeping and napping, and you would have thought as Mother Nature as being like this one with the world type person. She's just like, oh, like, I created this on a really bad day. It's funny, it's brilliant, and yeah. One more shot at the front cover. There you go. I almost don't want it to end. I don't want these series to end, but I know that there's a whole series dedicated to Liv, and there's also the Fairy Godmother series coming out, and there's talks about another Beaufont member who we haven't heard of yet, which I'm assuming has something to do with Sophia. I'm almost wondering if it's going to be a daughter. Apparently there's going to be another Beaufont series which is not Dragon Rider based, but apparently Sophia will cameo in the next series that Serenofsky is writing. Exciting stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. I hope you're enjoying these. I'm very much enjoying reading them and talking about them and figuring out where I think it's going to go next. You can click on the bell notification to find out when I upload, which is every Wednesday and every Sunday. At the moment, I'm reading so many books. At this point, I just need to do 2 videos a week to equal it all out. and not have 2 months worth of Vlogmas again. I mean, I enjoyed having 2 months worth of Vlogmas. And talk to me in the comments. Please chat to me if you're watching the videos and let me know what you're reading. Any recommendations for series or books, anything that you think, oh, I think Debs might like this. Please send it my way. I mean, I've already got so many books at my disposal anyway, with all the books on my bookshelf and with Amazon and BorrowBox. It's just, yeah, the world is at my fingertips and I will never not enjoy reading. Yeah. I love you all. Stay safe and I will see you next time with another video.